October 2025, a date that will forever be etched into the annals of urban art history. London, a city no stranger to the clandestine brushstrokes of its most elusive artist, woke up to an unprecedented buzz. It began, as these things often do, with a whisper, then a shout across the digital ether. Social media platforms, from X to Instagram, exploded. The initial reports were fragmented, almost mythical. A new Banksy, somewhere in London? And the initial confusion only fueled the frenzy. The first tangible clue emerged from a grainy smartphone photo posted by a bewildered commuter on their way to work. It depicted a section of a derelict wall in Shoreditch, near the old Truman Brewery. But before the news could even fully crystallize, another report surfaced, this time from Brixton, near Electric Avenue, then Peckham, and finally, a more consistent narrative began to form around a location that, ironically, kept shifting in the collective consciousness, a forgotten alleyway just off Brick Lane, a place already steeped in street art lore. This fluidity in location, whether deliberate misinformation or simply the chaotic nature of viral news, only intensified the mystery, making it clear that this wasn't just another piece, this was an event. The internet, of course, went into overdrive. Hashtags like #Banksy London 2025 and Art Mystery quickly topped trending charts. For hours, it felt like everyone in the capital, and indeed the world, was glued to their screens, frantically refreshing feeds, hoping for a clearer image, a definitive statement, anything to confirm the whispers. And then, the images started to trickle in, gradually becoming less blurry, more detailed, offering tantalizing glimpses of what was quickly being dubbed the October surprise. What emerged was a visual narrative both familiar and strikingly new. On a weathered brick wall, partially obscured by scaffolding, a detail that would later become a focal point of speculation, stood a piece that immediately screamed Banksy. It wasn't just a stencil, it was an installation. A life-sized figure, rendered in his signature monochrome style, appeared to be chiseling away at the very fabric of the wall itself. But the twist? The figure wasn't chiseling brick. It was revealing a vibrant, almost neon-hued mural beneath, a stark contrast to the grimy urban canvas. This revealed mural depicted a simplified, almost childlike image of a globe, with a single, prominent crack running through it, from which a solitary green sprout was emerging. The public reaction was instantaneous and overwhelming. Crowds began to swell around the alleged site almost immediately, a pilgrimage of art enthusiasts, curious onlookers, and selfie seekers converging on Brick Lane. The buzz wasn't just about witnessing a new artwork, it was about being part of a moment, a shared experience of discovery. The energy was palpable, a mix of awe at the audacity of the piece, shock at its sudden appearance, and fervent speculation about its meaning. Was it a commentary on environmentalism, a critique of urban decay and renewal, a statement on art's power to reveal hidden truths? Everyone had a theory, and everyone was eager to share it. Local news channels scrambled, dispatching reporters to the scene, their live broadcasts often interrupted by the enthusiastic chatter of the crowd. Art blogs and cultural commentators began their immediate frenzied analyses, trying to piece together the fragments of information. The sheer logistical feat of creating such a prominent piece in one of London's busiest, most watched areas without being detected was, in itself, a testament to Banksy's legendary stealth. This wasn't a small, easily overlooked stencil. It was a significant intervention, demanding attention. The chosen location, a narrow, unassuming alleyway, added another layer to the intrigue. It was a space often overlooked, a conduit between bustling streets, now transformed into a temporary gallery. The scaffolding, initially dismissed as a coincidental urban fixture, began to be seen as an integral part of the artwork itself, perhaps even a tool used by the artist. Was it a comment on construction, deconstruction, or the constant state of flux that defines modern cities? The questions piled up, each more intriguing than the last. What was clear, even in those chaotic first hours, was that Banksy had once again succeeded in capturing the global imagination. He hadn't just painted a wall, he had ignited a conversation, a collective quest to understand the latest riddle from the world's most famous anonymous artist. The October Surprise was not just a piece of art, it was a phenomenon, a cultural earthquake that reverberated far beyond the grimy walls of East London. This initial flurry of activity, the rapid spread of news, and the immediate, intense public engagement all served to establish the core mystery that we are here to unravel. The stage was set for a deeper dive into what exactly this artwork means, how it was created, and what it tells us about Banksy's ongoing dialogue with the world. The questions were many, the answers scarce, and the excitement utterly contagious. This was just the beginning of the enigma. With the initial shock subsiding, the art world and public alike turned their attention to a meticulous dissection of the October Surprise. This wasn't just about Banksy did, but the alleged new piece, now firmly located in that unassuming Brick Lane alleyway, presented a fascinating array of stylistic elements that both echoed his past works and hinted at new directions. Foremost among the recognizable stylistic hallmarks was the monochrome stencil figure. This figure, appearing to chip away at the wall, immediately invoked Banksy's signature aesthetic, the stark, high-contrast imagery that cuts through urban clutter. Yet, the revelation of a vibrant, colorful mural, the wall itself, marked a significant departure. Banksy has often used color, but rarely in such a direct, almost theatrical reveal, creating a layered narrative within a single piece. The juxtaposition of the gritty, monochrome worker with the vivid, optimistic new world beneath was a powerful visual metaphor. The enigmatic symbolism quickly became the subject of intense debate. The cracked globe, a universal symbol of our planet, resonated deeply with contemporary concerns about climate change and environmental degradation. The green sprout, however, offered a glimmer of hope, suggesting resilience, renewal, or the potential for growth even amidst destruction. Was it a call to action, a warning, or a quiet affirmation of nature's enduring power? The act of revealing this image, rather than simply painting it on the surface, suggested a deeper message that solutions or new perspectives might lie hidden beneath the surface of our current reality, requiring effort to uncover. The placement of the artwork within the urban landscape was, as always with Banksy, no accident. Brick Lane, a vibrant nexus of culture, history, and commerce, is also a place of constant transformation. The scaffolding, initially thought to be a coincidental backdrop, was soon theorized to be an integral component, perhaps even the means by which the piece was installed or hidden until its reveal. Some speculated it was a comment on gentrification, with the old wall being chipped away to reveal something new, potentially better, potentially different. Others saw it as a critique of the constant construction and deconstruction that defines modern cities, with the artist momentarily halting this process to inject a moment of reflection. The physical interaction with the wall itself, the illusion of the figure breaking through, blurred the lines between graffiti and sculpture, making the wall a participant in the art, not just a canvas. The logistical marvel of its creation added another layer to the mystery. How could a piece of this scale, requiring what appeared to be significant installation work, be executed in such a public space without detection? Theories ranged from an elaborate overnight operation involving a team of collaborators to the use of prefabricated sections installed rapidly, or even the audacious possibility that the scaffolding itself provided cover for weeks of work. The sheer audacity and precision required for such a clandestine operation only amplified Banksy's legendary status as the ultimate urban phantom. Art critics scrambled to offer their interpretations. Dr. Evelyn Reed, a prominent urban art historian, suggested the piece was a powerful commentary on the invisible labor required to address global crises, with the monochrome figure representing the often unseen efforts to heal our world. Others, like Marco Rossi from Saw it as a meta-commentary on art itself, the artist revealing the art, challenging the traditional gallery space by making the act of discovery part of the artwork's experience. The challenge of authentication, a perennial issue with Banksy, was quickly addressed by the artist's official Instagram account, where a short, silent video of the piece's creation was posted just hours after its discovery. This swift confirmation, a relatively new practice for Banksy, further solidified the event's legitimacy and allowed the focus to shift from "is it real" to "what does it mean?" The theories from the public were just as varied and passionate. Online forums buzzed with discussions connecting the cracked globe to recent geopolitical tensions, to the ongoing climate crisis, or even to the fragility of global interconnectedness. Many saw the green sprout as a symbol of hope, a reminder that even in the darkest times, new life and possibilities can emerge. The simplicity of the imagery, combined with its profound potential interpretations, ensured that the conversation would continue for weeks, if not months. This wasn't just paint on a wall, it was a mirror reflecting our collective anxieties and aspirations. The meticulous analysis of its components, its placement and its execution only deepened the enigma, propelling it beyond a mere street art piece into a significant cultural touchstone. The October surprise of 2025 has done more than just adorn a London wall. It has sent seismic ripples through the art world and beyond, fundamentally impacting Banksy's already monumental legacy. This latest intervention reinforces his standing not merely as a street artist, but as a global phenomenon, an enduring enigma who consistently challenges conventions and provokes thought. This piece, with its layered symbolism of deconstruction and renewal, solidifies Banksy's narrative as an elusive social critic. He hasn't just commented on an issue, he's created a visual metaphor for the barrenness of addressing issues, suggesting that solutions often lie beneath what is immediately apparent, requiring effort to uncover. This elevates his work from mere commentary to a more philosophical engagement with the human condition and our relationship with the planet. The sheer scale and public nature of this installation, coupled with its swift authentication, ensured maximum visibility and impact, proving that even in an age of constant surveillance, genuine artistic rebellion can still thrive in plain sight. The ripple effects of the October surprise are already being felt across various domains. In urban culture, it has reignited conversations about public space, ownership, and the role of art in civic dialogue. Local authorities, initially faced with the dilemma of preservation versus removal, have been forced to engage with the artwork as a cultural asset rather than mere vandalism, echoing past debates but with renewed intensity given the piece's global profile. The alleyway itself, once a forgotten thoroughfare, has become a temporary landmark, attracting tourists and locals alike, transforming urban geography through art. On the global art market, the piece has undoubtedly added another chapter to the Banksy valuation story. While this specific street piece cannot be bought or sold in a traditional sense, its existence drives up the value and demand for his authenticated works. Art collectors and investors will undoubtedly see this as further proof of Banksy's enduring relevance and cultural capital, pushing prices for his prints and canvases even higher. It also highlights the growing legitimacy of street art as a serious, investable asset class, bridging the gap between underground expression and mainstream art institutions. Beyond economics, the piece has significantly impacted public discourse. The simple yet profound imagery of the cracked globe and the emerging sprout has become a powerful visual shorthand in discussions about environmentalism, resilience, and hope. It has sparked countless conversations in homes, schools, and workplaces, making complex issues accessible through art. This ability to transcend traditional art audiences and engage the general public is a testament to Banksy's unique power. His use of the internet for the reveal, through that short, silent video, also cemented his mastery of the digital footprint, leveraging online platforms to control his narrative and maximize reach. This October 2025 surprise isn't just another entry in Banksy's portfolio, it's a pivotal moment that redefines his legacy. It showcases his continued evolution as an artist, his unwavering commitment to social commentary, and his unparalleled ability to generate global fascination while remaining anonymous. He continues to prove that art can be a catalyst for change, a mirror reflecting our times, and a powerful force for unity in collective wonder. And now, we turn to you. What are your theories on Banksy's new London piece? What messages do you think he's trying to convey with the cracked globe and the green sprout? How do you interpret the figure chipping away at the wall? Share your thoughts, your wildest speculations, and your deepest insights in the comments below. Let's continue to decode this mystery together, because with Banksy, the conversation is just as important as the art itself. Join the conversation and help us unravel the layers of meaning behind this incredible October surprise. Your perspective is invaluable as we collectively navigate the ongoing enigma of Banksy's art.